Welcome, you have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be The Monsters, a Rob Zombie film. Let's get into it. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Now, the original series for The Monsters came out about 1964. So, the sitcom went on to show for decades. I remember in the 80s, it was still showing. Of course, it was black and white. But everybody followed the Munsters, Herman Munster, Lily Munster's wife, Eddie Munster, and the dad, which was the Count. And so when I happened to see this kind of just popped out of nowhere. It's a Netflix film, so let's just go over the cast. Jeff Daniel Phillips plays as Herman. Sherry Moon Zombie, which is the wife of Rob Zombie, plays as Lily. Daniel Roebuck plays as the Count. George Garcia plays as Flute. And who else am I missing? Jerry Mathers, the Beaver archive footage. They had the Beaver in there as well. So this film, Rob Zombie. If you watch my Jeepers Creepers Reborn review, I brought up Rob Zombie because when we was talking about reboots, he did a great job when he rebooted part one of Halloween. And he was able to touch an element that was really not seen on film when he rebooted that. So when I look at this reboot, and I've seen that he was behind it, I knew he wouldn't be far off. So this movie is really just a fun, getting in the spirit of Halloween, a fun movie to watch. And of course, he got all types of dynamic colors all through the film. That's he does that in a few of his films, like colors and flashing and all that type of stuff. So this basically is like showing you from the ground up. Like the monsters kind of really just jumped in it. This shows you from the ground up how everything came about, all the connections, the build up to even to the marriage of Herman and Lily. And when Herman was created, how he was created, how he started to get his intelligence, show Lily and her father, the Count, looking for a husband, and the stuff that was going against them, and how they would lived in Transylvania after Herman and Lily got married. Herman was swindled into selling their house in Transylvania. Well, not selling it, swindled into one of the Count's old wives. She was getting them back and got Herman to sign over the house to her. So he got swindled, which triggered him to see, watching TV in America, that if somebody else could be a star in America, he can too. So they took a flight from Transylvania Airlines to America and the Mockingbird Lane. And it was right around Halloween time. So when the real estate agent showed up to their meeting in Halloween uniform, she passed out at first, but then she caught herself. She thinking they are in a costume, but that's their actual look. So when she took them to the nice house, they seen this old ran down house next to it, basically the house from the show. That's the house they wanted. She said, "I sell it to y'all for nothing." So when they got in the house, they were broke. Pretty much, they heard noise. When they looked outside, was the Halloween party, and so they ended up winning the Halloween party. And they went in for the night. And when they woke up the next morning, of course, Halloween was over, so everybody went to back to normal. But when Herman came out, he seen everybody normal. To him, that's weird for to see people not dressed up in, you know, looking like Halloween costumes and stuff. So he think it's an invasion of zombies. I mean, not zombies, aliens and stuff or whatever. So the Wolfman that swindled him out the house in Transylvania shows up, pretty much saying he made a killing off of the house and he made some money, and he came to give Herman a check, and Herman looked at the check, said he was rich, and that was pretty much the end of the film. So this is the beginning. So the Count, of course, didn't have his girl yet, and uh, Eddie Munster, which is the son, he wasn't born yet either. So I guess they're looking at to see if this could create some buzz to get the viewership up and see if they could come out with a part two. I think they would have been better if they actually rebooted this and did a series, and not an hour long, like 30-minute episodes. I think that probably would have been better if they would have did that. But nevertheless, it was a decent enough watch in the spirit of Halloween. So you will start to see on this channel more Halloween videos. There's a few of them coming up, particularly Chucky Part 2. I mean, Season 2 is coming up. So there'll be some reviews on that. Got Halloween Ends come out in about 2 weeks. Be a review on that. Anything else in between that I might engage in. So overall, out of the 4-star rating system, I get this movie a 2 out of 4 stars is a decent watch. You know, somebody might say that's kind of low, but a lot of my 2 out of 4 stars are decent watches. That's just as much as I could give them, but they decent watch. Like in the spirit of Halloween, it's a fun. It's not scary. It's just a fun Halloween movie. It's the monsters. It's nostalgic. Till next time.